Good evening, y'all. It's the Kevin Kinkle podcast. It's 11:40 Monday night. Week 12 for the NFL is in the books. I got the total recap from this weekend and Thanksgiving Thursday, and I got the power rankings. My father and I both got 10 right out of the 16 games. He's still up one on me, 72-73, and it's going down. So, back to the Thursday games, which we already discussed, but I'm going to bring it back again so we could get everything situated as far as the records and the power rankings and all that's concerned. We had Buffalo at Detroit. Buffalo took short work of Detroit. Buffalo was 8-3. Detroit moved to 4-7. Like I said, Detroit played Buffalo good. Detroit played a lot of their teams that they played against good, but their record is just not showing that they're a good team, but they're definitely a decent team. They gave us an upset last week. Watch out for them. Buffalo won that game. Dallas beat the Giants, smacked them. Minnesota beat New England. That was light work. The Washington Redskins moved to 7-5. They beat Atlanta. Jacksonville upset Baltimore. Baltimore lost like 4 games where they had a 2-touchdown lead in the fourth quarter. So it's looking bad on Lamar Jackson. It's not his fault because he's putting the points up there if they're going into the fourth quarter with a 2-touchdown lead and they lost 4 times. So give that man help. Baltimore is 7-4. All 4 games they lost, they were up by like 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. That's ridiculous. The defense got to step it up and give Lamar some help. He's also in that contract, like I was saying. So come on now. Y'all got to step on and hop on a good foot. Still room for y'all to do some stuff out there in the AFC too. Next game, the Jets, they took care of Chicago handily. They smoked them. Jets are 7-4. The Chicago Bears fall to 3-9. Cincinnati and Joe Burrow took it to Tennessee. Me and my father got that one wrong. That was a nice win for Cincinnati. And they didn't have Joe Mixon. So that's crazy because the Bengals are tied for first place in the AFC North, and Tennessee is in the AFC South leading that handily. They got a strong lead, so that really worked out for Cincy, especially with the Baltimore loss. So they're going to be in a dogfight to the end of the season. It's going to be funny to see how that works out. Carolina beat Denver. My pops was right about that. I was wrong. Russell Wilson looks horrible. They gave him all that money, and I told somebody online, Russell Wilson ran off on the plug. They paid him the money. He got the money, and he is not producing at all, not a lick. You might as well put the backup in, but if you spent all the money for him, he's got to play. Speaking about spending all the money for him and got to play, Cleveland got the victory. They moved to 4-7 with the win over Tom Brady's Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is probably the last game that the quarterback was going to be playing for Cleveland, who's been playing this whole time. Briston. The heck is that guy's name? Brissett. Jacoby Brissett, because now Deshaun Watson is back. So Brissett held him down. They're 4-7. Doubt they're going to make the playoffs, but I'm eager to see what's going to happen with Deshaun Watson back there. So Cleveland got the upset over the Bucs. The Bucs are now down to 5-6. Ugh, the playoffs is looking scary. Now, we have the Miami-Houston game. Miami, like I told you, they are a problem with Tua at the quarterback. They are 8-3, winning all the games with Tua at quarterback. They blew out Houston, who was 1-9-1. The Chargers were over Arizona. Kyler Murray in Arizona is looking horrible. I had a feeling the Chargers were going to win, and they did get that win. They moved to 6-5. Arizona Cardinals moved to 4-7. Las Vegas Raiders got a rare win over Seattle Seahawks. The Las Vegas Raiders are now 4-7. Seattle Seahawks are 6-5. Kansas City Chiefs still looking strong out there. Patty Mahomes, he might have put me in first place. Got to see how the points tally up, but Kansas City's 9-2, right behind the Eagles in the power rankings. San Fran got a win, of course. They moved to 7-4. New Orleans is 4-8. Philly got another win over Green Bay. It's kind of a blowout. End of the game, it got a little close, but Philly's looking tough. They're 10-1. Green Bay fell to 4-8. Pittsburgh beat Indianapolis in an upset. Pittsburgh's 4-7. Indianapolis drops to 4-7-1. Pretty decent game. Like I said, me and my father both had 10 right. So Nothing too crazy going on in our tallies, but I have 72. He has 73. We started, I think, 3 weeks in, so yeah, we're doing all right. I got to clip him, though. You know what I mean? Get back in the first place. You know how I do. Kev Kinko. But let's get to these power rankings real quick. Philly, number 1 at 10-1. Kansas City, number 2 at 9-2. Buffalo, 8-3. They're number 3. Dallas, 8-3. They're number 4. And Minnesota, 9-2 at 5. I put Dallas, even though they have more losses than Minnesota, ahead of Minnesota because Dallas blew out Minnesota. They smoked them like 40-10, so they definitely get over there over Minnesota. Buffalo, Dallas, it's going to be tough. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty. We got a lot of 7-4 teams. We got San Francisco, who's still out there that's good. Miami's who's out there still good. Baltimore, if they could close out the game. The Jets are 7-4. The Giants have a decent record. So, yeah, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. It's getting exciting. It's getting good. This has been the NFL wrap-up for Week 12. I look forward to hollering at y'all next week to see what's going on with the picks. My surgery is coming up Wednesday, so I might be out of commission for a little while. I don't know how I'm going to be able to record up at the hospital, and I don't know how long I'm going to be there. They said I should only be there for a couple of days, but they've said that before, and I ended up being there for a month, so prayerfully it's not that long. And after I get out and do some rehab, we're going to get some things popping and we're going to get going, all right? I will holler at y'all. Talk to y'all later. This is Kevin Kingle Podcast, Week 12 Football Roundup. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.